Bilal wanted to test his girlfriend and find out whether she truly loved him or only cared about his wealth. He was a real estate mogul worth tens of millions of dollars. But this time he decided to hide his identity. He disguised himself as a truck driver and drove a worn-out second-hand van to pick up his fiancée Shada. Shada had traveled more than 1,000 kilometers to the United States. She believed that a luxury car and a romantic surprise would be waiting for her. But when she saw the rusty old van, the excitement on her face disappeared instantly. She could barely hide the disappointment she felt. After picking her up, Bilal still didn't take her to his real home. Instead, he brought her to an old abandoned house where he had lived as a child. The house had been empty for 15 years. The walls were damaged, and the entire place looked like it could collapse at any moment. Shada's mood fell to the lowest point. She couldn't believe this was what she received after giving up everything. The two of them had first met through a Muslim dating app. Shada was the one who reached out to Bilal first. At that time, Bilal had just gone through a failed marriage. His ex-wife's name was also Shada, and because the two names sounded almost identical, he instinctively wanted to keep his distance. Every reply he sent carried a trace of coldness, but Shada never backed away. She continued sharing her daily life as a yoga instructor with him. Her kindness and warmth slowly helped Bilal step out of the shadow of his past. Gradually, Bilal's feelings for her began to change. Later, he made a special trip to Trinidad and Tobago just to see her. They had only been together for 7 days before he officially proposed at the famous Maracas beach. Shada accepted his proposal immediately. However, not long after they became engaged, the pandemic swept across the world. The two of them were forced to remain separated. At the same time, Shada's mother had never approved of their relationship. Whenever she asked about Bilal's family background, his answers were always vague. This made her mother feel more and more uneasy. But Shada chose to trust him. After the pandemic ended, she even had a disagreement with her mother and came to the United States without hesitation. However, it wasn't until she stood in front of that old, broken-down house that she began to hesitate for the first time. She told herself that everything she had sacrificed should not have led to this outcome. She had left behind her familiar life and traveled so far, hoping to start a future with Bilal. But by then, there was no turning back for her. Bilal noticed the disappointment in Shada's expression, and at that moment, he began to question whether Shada had really come to America for love, or if she had only come because of his money.